glance up here, how time flies, October 4th. For Evergreen FG Express, we are really can't tell you how excited we are to be able to connect and collaborate and interact and just really come together and be able to just show, I don't know, just to be able to connect and interact and share the things that are working for us and each other's talents and gifts. And we all have them, and it's just going to be so fun to hear over the weeks and months everybody's different gifts that they have, and we can all learn from one another. So my name is Jody Summers, and I'm from Auburn, California, and I am just thrilled to be part of this company and to work with some of the people who you'll see on here tonight and hear from. And we have Mike Ginther with us. You can see, in fact, I'm going to bring us up a little bit differently here in just a minute. And we also will have Dennis Smith, and he is on the road, and he will be joining us here shortly. So we are going to go ahead and get started, and what you can kind of find tonight is we're going to talk a little bit about some products, some testimonials, some business, and a little bit about kind of the community stands and some of the different things that the company has that really does set them apart oftentimes from maybe another business that we've all been involved in. So I'm going to hand it over to my dear friend Mike, and I'm going to bring us up a little bit differently. So Mike, I'm going to change the board a little bit, but you go ahead and share. We want to hear from you.
Okay, we're going to see wherever you're going to position us. We're going to be around here. This is going to be fun. Can you hear me? Okay. Great. Okay. Well, while Jody's doing that and playing tic-tac-toe or whatever we're going to be doing up here, my name is Mike Ginther, and I just want to welcome you to the webcast tonight. This is a new format, kind of a restart, if you will, and we're all about that. So what we're doing is we're actually going to be providing a little bit more information about the products, a lot of information about the business or the opportunity, how to do it, and more importantly about our global community. And the global community is really it. And I see Jody is still moving things around, so as long as everybody can see, we're good to go. I've been involved in network marketing in the industry since 2005, and that's after a 30-year career in consumer electronics. I've seen this industry, I've been learning about it, I've really jumped in and studied it quite a bit. I've had some success, like Jody has had some success, and Dennis, you're going to hear later tonight, has had success in the industry, to the tune of at least a six-figure yearly income. None of us have quite hit that magic point when everybody is chasing it and it goes into what they call momentum. But that's an opportunity. But what I'd like to do is to kind of bring us back down to earth, if you will, and start from building a solid base, because that's really what this is about. And as we go along, you're going to learn how you can apply things that you are learning, how you can jump into the product, how you can be a product of the product, and over time, you can build a really wonderful income from this. And joined together, we have a great business opportunity where we can all share our knowledge. Now, as I said, I've been involved for about 10 years. I've been involved with some people that have made millions and millions and millions of dollars in this industry. Two of them that I wanted to start this story about tonight, and this is the real reason that we're doing what we're doing. But Richard Call and Jerry Campese, two very good friends of mine, two of my earliest mentors, they were both involved in Nu Skin in this industry back in the 1970s. And it took them over 6 years to stabilize a decent income, back then about $14,000, $15,000 a month. But when they hit momentum, when they opened up Japan, this is long before they had computers, internet, or anything else. But when they hit that, it was magic. And they were positioned to be at the right place at the right time. My friend Jerry's income jumped from an average of $14,000 a month in 90 days to over $40,000 a month. And by the end of the following year, he had actually made in excess of $400,000 a month. Now, that is really the fish hook, if you will. And that's where most people, they hear the stories, they're never going to do that because they get confused, they don't know how to do it. So what we're going to be doing is following a very simple system. We're going to be sharing some of the experts that we have on the team. They're going to show you how to do this if that's the way you want to do it. But right now, it's an income opportunity. We have some wonderful products that we're going to be focusing on, and the products are life-changing. To me, it's body, it's mind, it's soul, and this pretty much takes care of everything, because the health products that we have, you're going to be hearing about, they're going to help transform you. They're going to help you to become a better person physically and mentally. In other words, you're going to be operating the way that you are supposed to operate. And there again, as you continue along with this, you're going to learn about that. Also about the mind. The mind feeds off of the same fuel sources that the body feeds off of, and for most of us, it's junk. So getting lined up with something that's going to change you, it's going to give you a lot better opportunity to think clearer. And then it's all about the soul, the spirit. I mean, that's really what we're here on this planet about. And what Jody was talking about earlier, we're going to be doing and focusing a lot of community stands together and supporting one another individually. So anyway, a lot of verbiage. We've got a brand new restart. We're going on Sundays, we're going on Thursdays to do our little webcast. We may expand, we may contract. We're going to see how, what it takes. But please get your people plugged in with what we're doing, because just doing that, you're part of a very active community. And this community, hey, we mean business, but we're also about a lot of fun. Now, most of you are here attracted in with the income opportunity. What we're going to do is we're going to work together as a team to help you accomplish what you want. It's about your dream, it's about your focus, and how we can work together collectively to help you get there that helps us get there. So, enough about that, but that's what we're all about. Now, we talked on Thursday about really the reason, the strong desire. What is your dream? Why do you have to have a vision? Why do you have to have a focus? Well, because it gets you through the tough times, and so does a good, active, supportive group. So those two things together, you increasing your education, you growing. There we go. I think we're back on again. I can see the light flashing up there. There we go. So what we're going to do tonight is pretty much share some of the products that we have, and also to let you know uniquely that you're in the right place at the right time for the timing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Jody. She's going to bring up Dennis and Denise. We're going to talk about some of the products that we have. Then we're going to come back and kind of share with you the direction of the company, what we're doing. So Jody, back to you.
Thank you so much, Mike. And it is just such a pleasure. Every time I hear your voice, I get happier. I see your name on my phone texting. I love working with you and Claire. So really great people and a great company. And one of my very best friends in the whole world is here too, and her husband. Hello, Dennis. But truly, it is such an honor. And I love working with the Smiths. They're amazing. And so besides very wonderful people, lots of fabulous information. So Dennis and Denise, we'd love to hear from you. Oh, can't hear ya. Hold on. Don't have your, can see you, but can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, can hear you now.
All right, sounds good. Sounds like a commercial I've been seeing once in a while. Well, we've been asked to talk about one of the farmers market products. In the farmers market products, they have a section that is designed for weight management. They have 3 products in there: Fix, Thunder, and Ketopia. Of course, you hear a lot about those. And I'm talking to you about Fix, as it is a part of what I have been using to lose quite a bit of weight. In fact, now using that in conjunction with the Ketopia, which Fix is a 1/3 part of the Ketopia, I have lost about 30 pounds now. And so it's taken me, when I was on the Fix alone, yeah, that's pretty good. I got the skinny neck and baggy britches, so it's all good. But
too much ambition.
You can see the skinny neck part, but the rest is up to me. But when we talked about the Fix product, I think what I like to do is it tastes like a chocolate shake. It really does. I take it in the morning for the first half of my weight loss. And I simply just take some ice, shake it up in the morning, and that's how I drink it over a period of time. It quails my hunger, which I think is the biggest concern for most people. They think they're going to go nuts or crazy if they don't have something to eat. And I thought I was going to have to eat my neighbor's dog or something, but really it does. It quails the hunger, and it helps me along. Inside of it, what they say about it, so I can just kind of get you a little clear here. It says it's sustainable energy and protein in one, 24 karat chocolate, New Zealand whey, 30 organic fruits and vegetables, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and probiotics. So all of that is in there. Really, I don't have to be a scientist. Oh, my wife's giving Vanna Smith here, putting this up here. Really, truly, all I care about is I lose weight. And so you don't have to know about all the details. There are some really good details if you want to go online and check it out real quick. You can do that. But truly, I use it every day almost for the last couple of months. Do I fall off the wagon? Yeah, every once in a while I have a burrito, and you know what? I just get back on. And so, but you know what I found? I fall off less and less. And Denise and I both went out to eat tonight. You know what? We went to eat that steak that we normally eat, and we couldn't hardly finish it. We found that our stomach has shrunk on the inside, not just the outside, but on the inside, our stomach has shrunk, and we don't want to eat as much. So I think it's a success story. Denise?
Well, and so what we do is we open this box or this packet up, and it's a chocolate shake, and then we put it into this shaker bottle. And I wanted to show you guys, this is our favorite thing to do. Our favorite little tip is this bottle has this, if you can, here we go, the springy thingy. And
Springy thingy.
yeah, it's a springy thingy. And it goes in the bottom of the cup, and so we just simply open up this pack, put 1 cup of water in there, throw some ice in, and I like to put heavy cream in, just a little dollop, and I specifically like to use organic heavy cream because some of you guys may know toxins are stored in fat, and that's in humans and in animals. And so if you're putting added fat into anything, get organic because you won't have the toxin load that you would in a non-organic type of fat. So we do that, we shake it up, drink it, and it's fabulous. It's one of my favorite things. Now, for some people who have maybe some food allergies, there's a ton of fruits and vegetables in this fix. I think there's like, what? 30? Is that what you saw? 30 items in here, and you wouldn't know that you're drinking a bunch of fruits and vegetables. If those of you guys who are concerned that you're drinking like collard greens and chocolate, does that sound like what? But you wouldn't know that in here. But if you do have maybe a sensitivity to fruits and vegetables, then what you want to do is go to Thunder. And it too is a chocolate drink mix that is a meal replacement. It does not have the concentrated fruits and vegetables in it. It does have a lot of fiber in it, and it also has New Zealand whey, and it also has probiotics. So either or, it works great. And let's see, where do you find the exact 30? Seems that most products do not come with. Okay,
it says it right
actually,
on the
it does say on the package.
On the net too, on the web.
Yeah, Barbara, that is a really, really great question. Thanks for asking it. We appreciate that. Yes, all of the ingredients, I'm going to see if I can push that towards the camera. See all the ingredients listed on this package? You will also find it on the Farmers Market website as well, along with the video. And you can click on product information. It will give you all the list of ingredients. You can also find all product information in the back office. If you are a member, log in, go to library, and you'll find product information as well, and listing of ingredients and so forth. So hopefully that will help you, Barbara. Okay.
And I simply went to forevergreen.org, and right on the front, put product. Bing, it's right there. Simply, if I can find it, anybody can find it.
So yeah, you can. So and we will definitely keep that in mind, Barbara, because we'll post it also in our Facebook site as well. All right. I hope that answered your question. So with that, back to you.
Fabulous, Dennis. You look amazing, and I was joking, but you look amazing. So
Yeah.
both of you. I mean, you look healthy and happy.
He does have baggy britches. We have to get him a new belt.
I'll go out and do that. Thank you very much, and I completely agree about you feel satisfied, and I just want to say a couple of things about the toxins in fat, because my degree's in dietetics, and that I remember that so well from school, that toxins really are stored in fat. And there's another reason I'm going to mention it is sometimes when you start losing weight and you start burning fat, those toxins will be released and you may not feel well. And just keep that in mind. If you do find that you're losing weight quickly and you're not feeling well, that might, there could be Sorry, I need a haircut badly. There might be a number of reasons for that, but that might be one of them. If you're feeling just not yourself, sometimes that whole toxin release can be, it really is from fat. So anyway, I thought I would mention that as well. But one of the products, and since we're kind of talking about, it's interesting, we both decided to kind of pick our product of the week that we were loving, and I picked a kind of a weight loss product as well. And so it comes, you can buy it separately, it comes in the Ketopia package, but I have an addictive personality anyway, okay, and like it's scary, and it's a good thing that I don't do like hard drugs or heavy alcohol, because that could be a problem. But instead, I'm addicted to dough bites, and I literally need to limit myself to 2 a day. And here's the reason why I love these. In addition to, now I've lost about 8.5 pounds pretty slowly, much slower than most people, over a couple of weeks. And this has been a really big part of that. And here's 2 reasons for me particularly. Well, okay, a couple things. Let me start by saying it has 9 grams of fiber. Let me read it. I'm sorry. 9 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, and 20 grams of fiber. However, of carbs. However, with 19 grams of fiber, it's really only 1. And the reason you hear the word phantom carb is because some of the weight loss things, you take your carbs less the fiber, and that's your true carbohydrate carryover, I guess. I don't know the technical word. And so that's why it's considered a very low carb treat. But it's more than just a treat, because it has protein in it as well, and healthy fats. So it's not just cookie dough, but it's also increasing your protein, and you get some healthy fats. But the one thing that I have always, and I've had a weight problem really since my 3rd daughter was born, but I'm getting it under control. And one of the things that when I was always dieting that I lacked the most was I felt the need to chew, like nuts or candy or something. And this has kind of helped me with that chewing, taking off a little bite and chewing. And Kevin just pointed out an amazing, it's on my list of things to talk about. When you experience those things that you're not feeling well, toxin release, or if you're not losing weight as fast as you might think you should be, it might be because you're not drinking enough water. Water is an amazing thing. In fact, I'm reading a book right now. I should have brought it over. I can't get it. It's too far away. But it's called. In fact, I'll post which one it is. It's a great book about hydration and the need for many, many different things. Water for many parts of your body. But the suggestion that they have is 1 ounce for every. So you look at your weight. Let's say you're 150 pounds. You split that in half, 75, and that's how many ounces of water is suggested that you drink. And I think if your protein is high, and you want to lose weight, probably should even be drinking a little bit more than that, just so you can get all of those toxins out. Kevin, you're so funny. Okay, so the one thing is when the dough bites have a lot of fiber in them, in addition to the protein, and so you just want to make sure that you're drinking a lot if you're having a lot of these. So now, okay, let me describe what I'm going to show you next. There's a picture I'm going to show you, but I have to apologize. There is a story behind it, and I just left it up because it's just. So this morning I thought, well, we can eat these raw. We hear about them being cooked. And I thought I would cook them and decide what's a good, share with everybody the different degrees of how hot the oven is and for how long. Now, so I made 4 of them. So I took 2 packages and I broke them in half and I made 4 cookies. Okay, and you're going to see these in a minute, but I have to apologize for what you're going to see. So the first 2 I put on a tray and I put them in the thing and I put them in at 325 degrees for 5 minutes. Okay, and you have to be careful. Don't let these burn easily. Okay, for 5 minutes. So I took the tray out and I scooped one off and I put the tray back in for another minute. Okay, so the second was a minute and a half. So 5 minutes and 6.5 minutes. Looks good to me, and I take them out. The next tray I put in, 2 more, I put them at 350. I put them in for 5 minutes, and I take one off, and I put, and it's like dough, it's all sticky. Okay. And then I put it back in for another minute. So you're going to see 4 cookies. Well, I put a little note there so you could see pictures of the degrees and how long, so you can see what they look like at different temperatures. And I thought afterwards I had this brilliant idea that I would try each one of the cookies so I could tell you which one had the different textures. Well, after I took my second bite of cookie, I looked down and I realized that I had made a mistake and I had mixed up the Post-it notes. And so now what you're going to see is a plate of cookies with cookie bites out of it, and a plate of cookies with no cookie bites out of it, because I had to switch the Post-it note and take another photo. So anyway, I know you guys. So let me pull that photo up. Oh no, if I can figure out how to do this. Let me see. Let me go back. Hold on a second. I can do this. I can do this. I'm going to go to here. Close this image. Okay, everybody, you can get ready to laugh because here they come.
Oh, gee.
So, okay, so the what, and that's after I switched the Post-it note. Okay, so the ones on the left were 325, and the different, and the reality is they're all fairly similar. None of them were, the higher, the 350 at 6 minutes, the one on the way right-hand side, is really overdone. It's a little bit too crispy on the outside, but the other 3 are very similar. So that's half, each one of those is 1 dough bite, cut in half, and then separated into 2 cookies. So there's 2 full dough bites right there, half and half. And the first 2 are almost identical. And the third one there, the reason it's kind of, I scooped it up when it was too hot. I didn't let it cool enough and it kind of got too small. But the one on the right is a little overdone. So it's somewhere in between there. And the one thing that I have noticed throughout the day, because they're kind of heavy and I've been snacking on them, is they get a little bit dry. So I would suggest that you cook them one at a time. And when you cook them, eat them within an hour, because they're not quite the same after you let them sit, because I did those this morning. So anyway, that was my experiment that I thought I would share. Anybody have any thoughts about cookies or half-eaten cookies?
Jody, is my mic still on?
Yes.
Okay, well, all right, that's fascinating. I know that I tried baking them at one time, and I needed that crunch. It was one of those days when I was first trying out the products, and I'm kind of a crunchy person. Now, crunching on ice does help in my drinks, but I just needed that texture. So I did bake them. You can actually, oh yeah, thanks Cheryl for the idea too. Cheryl's saying to put them on parchment paper.
Yeah.
Fabulous idea, Cheryl. Thanks for sharing that. You can actually take some heavy cream if you ever want to like dunk. You could do that. My granddaughters say that the dough bites are like healthy Laffy Taffy. They're so nuts over the dough bites, and you can order those separately. We always say that when we find a big chunk of chocolate in them, we've hit pay dirt, because we're like, yahoo, here's a chunk, you know. I have heard of people spreading them with raw, organic, grass-fed butter. I've heard of people taking nut butter and spreading on them as well. So if you are needing to add in fat, I would suggest adding in the butter and seeing if you can boost your metabolism a little bit more by just maybe you can even take a dollop of butter and just dunk them or something. But
and for all of you men out there that have no patience, just eat it out of the bag. Why'd go through all that mess, man? It tastes great. That's my suggestion.
They're yummy, and I love putting them in my purse, because if I'm on the go and I need to just have a snack on hand, because hunger can be your enemy when you're trying to lose weight and then you're grabbing for something you shouldn't be. I always have dough bites in my purse just in case. So anyways, back to you.
Fabulous. Mike, any dough bite Tips?
Got some things as you guys were talking about that. Do you know how animated you were? And Dennis and Denise, how animated you guys were just talking about the products. You're not just talking about what they are, you're romancing them, you're in love with them. And that's the thing about what we have. There's something magic going on. I don't understand it, but I feel it, and I think you do too. The products, because of the high energy, because of the way they make you feel great. And naturally, anything that makes you feel great, you're going to share with people. So we have an automatic business just by having fun. You know, let's go in the sandbox and play a little bit, and we get out of the sandbox, and we actually have a business going. When you hear people like you guys tonight, you're absolutely in love with something, and you're sharing it, and it shows. And this is fun stuff that you can play with, and it tastes pretty good too. So we have a lot of products like that. And once you've had some of the products, we didn't even talk about frequency and some of the other, wonderful things that we have. Once you have those, it's a mainstay, it's a staple. So consider a business that you have a farmers market website, you have a Katopia and an FG Express website. If you do nothing else but enjoy some of the products and turn some of your friends onto it, your business is going to build that way. Because once you've had this, you can't live without it. I can't be without frequency. I used to be, I can't be without coffee, but now I still have my coffee too, but I can't live without frequency. I have to have it. And I have to have solar strips. You'll see how fast this will go just by having fun, and you guys are an example of it tonight. So you don't see this on Food Network, but Jody, great job. I love this. You too, Dennis and Denise.
Well, thanks so much, Mike. And I completely agree. There's products that we have in our lineup that I literally, even if I didn't do the business part, which I love the business, I would purchase and use because I love them. And frequency would be one of them, and dough bites would be another, and the fix. I mean, there's several.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and I think I'd like to end with two things. One, if you are watching this or watching the replay, and part of this new format is, yes, we're focusing on maybe a little more on product than we were before, and we are going to talk about business, and some nights will be about business, and some nights will be business tips. We want you to be a part of this group, to join us, to join in. This is a team effort, and you're going to see different presenters throughout the weeks. And so if you have a product that you have loved and used, a business tip, any one of us, reach out to any one of us and say, even just a minute or two, if you want, if you don't want to speak for 10 minutes, we just want to hear from you, even if you'd like us to share your story. That would be fabulous. And then the last thing I'd want to end with, because we have a minute, is obviously we have a fabulous business, and we can talk about that too. But the other thing is, if you don't know, if you are new to Forever Green, the thing that really caught my attention about this business, and I've been in direct sales for 26 years, but really changed my heart, was the heart of the company and giving back. We are incredibly blessed in this country, and we are incredibly blessed with this business. And there are so many people, whether it's in our own, literally in our own communities, our own towns, our own, neighborhoods. We're going to talk a little bit even about community stands at another time, but think about how the office encourages each employee to go out each month and do something completely outside of your own children's school, your own church, your own, and nothing to benefit you, but to benefit someone else. And I would love, over the months, for us to just be able to share some of those and just encourage each other to do those good works. So one last thing before we do close it out is that next Thursday is our next webinar. And if you want to look down here on this, down below, there we go, down here, look down on the chart there, not the chart, the chat. Next Thursday, the webinar is going to have a different link name, but it is the same password. And we would love you to join us again. Please reach out if you have a testimonial, if there's a product you want to share, a business tip. We look so forward to growing together and learning together and connecting together. And Mike, thanks a million. Dennis and Denise, thanks a bunch. Love you all. And have a great Sunday night, and we will chat again later in the week.
Thank you, Jody.
Good night, everyone.